What a journey it's been. Over 8 years, Survivor Branford has taken its own path to the present. From not having enough footage to make a first season, to using ancient equipment in our second year, things got off to a rocky start. But through years of experience, that path has smoothed out, and the series has never been more ready to add an 8th installment. This year, 14 players each hope that their road leads to being named sole survivor.
I like to win. I think this game is important to play as yourself. I don't think it's easy to maintain anything other than yourself for the whole game. But my own self is kind of a little salty, so I'm going to try to keep it in check to play a strong game throughout. Everyone says it's a fast pace, so I'm going to try to keep up.
My name is Ralph Grisbeck. I've been watching Survivor for years, and I've always thought that I would excel. The strategy I'm trying to use is to sneak by unnoticed until the merge, and then really show what I've got. Some friendships are going to be broken. Some hearts are going to be broken as well. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a good time.
Hi, I'm Steven. I am a professional puzzle writer. Well, there's no greater puzzle than that of people. I've watched the past seasons of Survivor Branford, and I'm looking forward to solving this greatest challenge. I'm excited. Let's go.
32 hours, 14 people, 1 survivor.
Alright, well then we have nothing more to say, but welcome to the 8th season of Survivor Branford. It's even a bit surreal for me to say that, so don't mind me as I take a little stroll down memory lane here. So 8 seasons, 56 different players now, who represent over 20 states and even 2 countries. So it's been quite a long road to get to this point. Now, no matter where you came from or where you're going after this weekend, I think we could say that all roads do lead to Branford, at least for these couple days. So that in mind, our tribes are going to be named after 2 of the more well-known roads in town, roads that names speak to Branford's heritage. So Gray Tribe, you're going to be known as the Mariners, after Mariners Way. And Brown Tribe, you're going to be known as the Smugglers, after Smugglers Road. So Dennis, have to start with you. Year after year, season after season, you are the constant. You are always here. Why?
I just love playing the game, whether I win or lose, which I don't know what it's like to win. It's just so fun to compete and just get to meet all the people and just play the game. Each season I learned more about what it takes to lose the game. Last time I think I really was potentially a couple unlucky breaks. I don't know if I'll ever get over the rock draw that happened last season where I went out. And when I came in, I saw who was here playing, and I kind of counted up and realized that combined they have 5 total seasons they've played, and I have 7 total seasons I've played by myself. There is a little bit of a red flag or concern, like, am I the obvious target out there?
Stephanie, if at the end of this season, if after we've walked down the road that's about to be laid before us, and it's you that's named sole survivor, what would that mean to you personally?
It would be the honor of my life.
So you have a lot riding on that. Pat, have to ask you, so when you hear the names Mariners and Smugglers, I don't think it's unreasonable to think maybe a little bit of good versus evil vibes going on here. So as you look at your tribe, you look at the other tribe, do you think that could be an accurate assessment?
Well, maybe it's not good versus evil so much as it is productive people versus those who leech off the success of others.
Well, okay, we'll see how that plays out. And on the other side of things, Haley, this is the first time you've been here. What was it that drew you to want to come out and be a part of this experience?
I've been watching for the past couple seasons. I've been trying to get pulled in to come here, and finally I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it.
Hi, my name is Haley, and I'm an ice cream scooper. I want to play Survivor Branford. I've been watching it for the past couple of years, and I was hoping that I would get the opportunity to play. I probably have a lot of confidence, and I feel like I'm very outgoing and can make social connections with people, so I'm hoping that that will help me get part in the game.
I see everybody has their game face on, so that's great. You're ready to dive into this game, but I'm not going to let you do that quite yet. We do have one other thing to take care of before we get to that point. As the mariners and the smugglers from the past can attest to, one of the major industries in Branford was oyster farming. So this season, each of you are going to start the game with 2 oyster shells. Now, the value of these shells will not be revealed until much later in the game, but just know that the more you have, the better. So until that point, you can use these shells however you see fit. If you think you can use them to buy someone's vote, if you think you could trade this for key information to another player, go for it. If you just want to hoard them, that's okay too. Anything but stealing from another player is fair game. Sorry, smugglers. Now, if you're voted out, you will have to give all of your shells to one player that's still in the game. So right now, this is the only time that you will know for a fact how many shells every other player has. You each have 2. Everyone on one tribe is actually about to win a 3rd shell. Here's what we're going to do. Each tribe is going to get a whiteboard, and I'm going to ask a question. And then whichever tribe is closest to the correct answer will receive that 3rd oyster shell from each member.
I've wanted to play Survivor Branford for so long. I've been doing abs every single day this summer, and you might see my one ab come out to play. I am just like so excited to compete and do challenges and run around and make friends.
The question is, how many roads are there in the town of Branford total?
How big is Branford? Anybody know?
Branford's small.
It's small.
Oh, I think
You said 7?
No, I think under 500. I think it's
What was your guess? 148?
Yeah, I doubled your guess.
It's a lot lower.
All right, Mariners, Julia, what did you guys say?
493.
493. And Smugglers, what did you say? 148. The correct answer is 397. Mariners, congratulations, you have each won an extra oyster shell.
Our first intro thing, we had to guess the roads, and our initial guess was going to be 70. Stephanie seemed sure that there were not that many in Branford because it's a small town. Good thing we didn't do 70. We went 140, but God, was that not even close? So that was a rough way to start that game.
Good job. Yeah, good job. Good job.
Now, don't get too excited. Let's not get distracted. The ultimate point of this game is not oyster shell. It's to outlast everyone else. So look around. By the end of this weekend, one of you will be named the sole survivor of this game. One of you will forever be able to claim you were the winner of Survivor Branford Season 8. So until that time though, enjoy yourselves, have fun, and good luck.
They got some, some aggressive, just so you know, they have very aggressive people. So,
I think they're going to be very gung-ho. And with physical challenges and puzzles, if we stay more calm and collected, we might be able to get a little bit of an advantage there.
So big macro plan is we win all these team challenges, and then we stay together at the late game and boot that whole team out.
I like it.
It's good. Should we just try to figure out what people's strengths are? Like, who would do the puzzle and who would do the physical stuff? I'm a pretty good swimmer.
I feel like I'll be pretty strategic at this game. I'm really good at reading people and understanding their motivations.
I think my team seems pretty good. I'm gonna try to play low and wait until I play my cards.
I mean, it probably is a good idea, like, if anybody has, like, certain special skills or anything like that, probably establish those.
I like slapping block things.
But the puzzles could be like anything.
Yeah.
I like play a lot of board games. I don't think those skills are gonna translate.
Everybody's got a plan until they meet Jim.
Hi, I'm Patrick Daniels, and I'm a comic book writer from Atlanta. I watched every season of the show multiple times. I saw the way that other people were playing the game in the seasons previous, and I just thought that I could do as good a job or better. I think I'm in a unique position where I can relate to a lot of the veterans because of my in-depth knowledge of the game, but I can also relate to a lot of the newer players because I'm a new one myself.
Some advice I got is, just try to take it easy at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I feel like it'd be very hard to take it easy if you suddenly have this clue and now you have to make all these decisions. So you could have the clue and not have the idol, but there's still a target on your back even though you don't have the power to defend yourself. That's like a brutal spot to be in.
Yeah. You know, I really kind of like Patrick. It seems like his approach is good. He's like already formulating strategies, I can tell. When you are doing the final two.
I mean, it's hard for me to like lock in. I feel like I need to like get just more information, but like I won't say that like there's any reason that I shouldn't go to the final two.
Okay.
It's in everybody's best interest just to like focus on keeping the team strong.
Started talking to Patrick, I kind of approached him about making an alliance, potentially a final two even. He was kind of wishy-washy and agreeing to make a final two, which I don't know what to make of it. I'm still not really sure what exactly to make of my tribe. There's some people I have some familiarity with, but a lot of new faces. I'm gonna have to figure out who I want to try and work with.
I'm not ready to go with anyone. That's just
Like kind of locking.
like, you know, like if someone were like, if you said 2 to the end, baby, I'd be like,
I'm gonna have to think about who else I might want to approach to be a final two spot. But I can't even get one person for a final two. That's kind of blowing up already.
Lexi's not really
Yeah.
if they end up teaming against us. I'm thinking I'm down in a lot of the numbers. So there's 3 girls and 4 guys. There's 3 returning players and 4 new players. And then I also have Dennis thrown into the mix, who I don't know if I can trust this season. So I think if we lose this first challenge, it could definitely be pretty tough for me. I'm excited to talk with Julie. I think we could have a good alliance. She seems trustworthy and we can form an alliance there.
my personal deal is that the conniving issue is not a good one for me. Like, I'm pretty straightforward.
I never went against the people that I had in my core alliance. I'm a very like loyal person, and I really want to just find like, right now I feel like I'm very like down and out because I'm like the minority for every grouping. So like new players versus returners, it's like 3 versus 4. Girls versus guys, it's 3 versus 4.
Like, I'm not ready to make that kind of decision yet.
But I feel like I could be a valuable person to you if you wanted to like form an alliance.
I don't know. I just thought that I'm not ready. I'm not ready to commit.
I'm not sure if I'll have any early alliances yet. I think I just have to try to talk with as many people as I can and not come in too aggressively.
What are you thinking?
I definitely think we need to really close around the first one.
We're like on the
shit under the seat.
bottom for every
I
kind
agree.
of way you could split it. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's tough too because I don't know. None of the new players have really like said anything or done anything where it would make me think like, oh, they're this sort of player, that sort of player. So I don't really know what to even think about how they're gonna.
I feel more comfortable playing with returning players this season, definitely, versus new players, just because we already have some of those connections. But I definitely am gonna spend some time getting to know the new players as well. I think last year I was just getting used to playing the game and I wasn't as strategic as I would like to be. Every team is different and every player is different and every player plays different every year. So just being adaptable and kind of reading the room is what I'm gonna go off of first. So I don't have anything set in stone. Winning the game would be amazing. I think Survivor Branford is the highlight of everybody's summer, so being able to end it off on a win would be awesome.
Our team feels pretty good right now. We have some strong chemistry. We really bonded over that first initial guess, even though we didn't get it right. And we're feeling like we got a chip on our shoulder after losing that one. We're gonna come out real hard in this next challenge.
Wait, hold on. So, out of the sake of the tribe, if somebody finds it, are we sharing or are we gonna... It's hard when you walk into the house and you're all nervous. I watched a lot of footage from the last season, every single episode. I took the comments into account that the fans were making, and I need to not be as vocal and not cut as many deals as I did last season. I'm gonna have a huge target on my back, so I have to play a reserved game. Advice I would give to the new players is be in it to win it. If you have the heart and you have the drive to go through this whole weekend and win, I think that's what it's all about.
I did find in the ping pong balls the first idle clue here. Off to a good start. Hopefully no one saw and that doesn't get me a quick target off the bat.
Oh. It's possible.
I think Brian found the clue. I'm a little bit nervous. We're kind of still looking, but I'm almost positive that he found the clue, so that makes me a little bit nervous. I wonder if he's going to share with the whole team that he found it, or he's going to keep it a secret, so we'll see.
Did they think they had it? That Ryan done?
Yeah.
So guys, it says, I need help. Is that something you can bring? I hear calm waters but can't see a thing. Remove this weight to delay your game from the end. If you free me, you won't regret having me as a friend.
Okay, it's gotta be by the water.
Sounds like a buoy.
I did not want everyone to... Michelle came up to me and was like, do you have it? I was like trying to hide it, and then Stephanie saw it and it was over. I was like, I'm not gonna pretend. Sorry I didn't like share this publicly. I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do with it, and I came in and Michelle was like, do you have it?
Yeah, I could tell. Because I was like, as soon as he went out there, it was too convenient.
It was in the ping pong ball.
Oh, nice. Well, I think it's a good thing though, because I think I do think it was a good move that Ryan ended up sharing the clue. That way at least we're all looking on the same page. No one's like totally off, totally separate, starting like unnecessary division.
So I hear calm waters but can't see a thing. I think it's nearby the water, but not in the water.
But I think this waiting time before the challenge might get a little dicey. So I'm gonna try to stay clear of trouble.
Nobody wants to talk too much, you know?
No. We don't want to spoil anything, so anything that could like potentially help somebody else.
Yeah, like I can't get a read on anyone right now. And that's the tough thing about like this too, because it's us too, and then they're all like kind of, well, Michael's just walking the shoreline right now.
Yeah.
He's doing his own thing.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'm a commercial fisherman. You know, I've always liked the show Survivor. Looking forward to, you know, get to do a little mini weekend version of it and get to compete. My biggest concern would be that, yeah, I don't know anybody here, first time player. Just trying to find, you know, where I fit in. Trying to go in without much of a strategy and just, you know, see how it goes.
Hope that after this challenge that we'll have a better sense of like what everybody's thinking.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? We could go on a challenge, tear it up and just stay safe until the merge. That's an ideal scenario. So yeah, we were just talking about like how we feel about the challenge coming up. Being like we got like a good mix of brains and brawns right now. So I don't know. Like, do you guys feel like somebody found the idol yet?
I think he found it when he looked in that canoe.
Oh, I thought you found it, or maybe because you held a rock up and it was like, whoa, and then you just threw it. I was like, oh.
No, that's a rock. You can't play that.
Danny and Sam kicking off the first challenge of the 8th season of Survivor Branford as they both race to rescue their first tribe mate. Sam's made it to Michelle, while Danny starts to work with Ralph. Sam beginning to tow in Michelle, while Ralph and Danny are having a bit of trouble here in the early going. Smugglers with a quick lead, and the difference in the two tribes' strategies is apparent. The Mariners are putting their biggest guys up front right away to maximize towing power throughout the challenge, while the Smugglers are bringing in those that are smaller sooner in order to have more people to pull in their bigger tribe mates. Sam's reached the shore with Michelle, and she'll be the first to deposit a necklace in the chest, consolidating the Smugglers' lead. Ralph just seconds behind, and now things start to get fun. This challenge is all about pacing and endurance, and correctly determining how many trips each tribe mate will make is going to account for the difference as to who wins this challenge and who's going to keep me company at the first tribal council. Ralph has caught up to Michelle, but don't forget that all towers have to be holding a rope before you can start bringing the raft back to shore. Danny already struggling on lap 2. Julia smoothly onto the raft as the Mariners have grabbed the lead back. Steven can't do much but hope that Sam and Michelle can close the gap. Julia desperately trying to stay on her raft. The last thing she wants is to be dragged along the rocky lake bottom. For those who haven't gotten into the challenge yet, all they can do is urge their tribe mates on. Still too close to call as Haley and Dennis are loaded onto their respective rafts. Stephanie leading the cheer for the Smugglers. Smugglers back in front as they reach the shore for the 3rd time. Haley with the Smuggler's next necklace, while Dennis's past struggles to exit the lake are only a distant memory. Both tribes allowing their freshest player to lead the charge with the raft, while the others trudge back through the water. Stephanie getting her 4 lines prepared for the rescuers, while Lisa is in position and awaiting her rescuers to join her. What more could you want in a first challenge? Still a virtual tie more than halfway through, and everyone pushing to stay in this game. There's no puzzle here, so this truly is a battle of strength and strategy. Stephanie with necklace 4 for the Smugglers, while Lisa is right on her tail with the Mariners 4. Michael's next up for the smugglers as all the ropes are handed out. Lexi doing all she can to smoothly board the raft and to cut into the smugglers' lead.
Go guys, let's go!
We got it.
Be still, keep it up!
Both tribes moving as one as the challenge enters the home stretch. Pat and Ryan with the smallest role can only watch how things play out. Smugglers dragging both Michael and Steven. Welcome to Survivor Branford. This challenge was designed to wear you down and set the tone for this game. Michael has the 5th of 6 necklaces for the smugglers. Lexi right behind while her tribe mates try to use the few seconds to catch their breath. This is the last lap, so it's time to push. Michael using those fresh legs to blast ahead of the pack. He can start helping Ryan while the rest of the tribe catches up. Pat anxiously awaiting his tribe to bring him to shore. With 6 ropes each, Ryan and Pat will need to work hard to avoid any tangling. This is it! Don't regret not giving everything you could have if you're sitting at tribal council shortly. Smugglers marching their complete tribe back to the beach. Mariners are going to need to double time it to pass the smugglers. Steven once again behind the raft, almost pulling against the rest of the tribe. And this may be the opening the Mariners are looking for as they complete their last lap. And that's it for the smugglers, happy to see dry land again. Once the last necklace is in the chest, they'll need to access their dig point.
Oh, somebody on that side! Oh, this way!
Mariners scrambling up to shore, hoping all of this effort isn't spent for nothing. Smugglers on the final dig.
There you go. Let's go! Smugglers! Yeah! Let's go!
I still got it.
Let's go! Let's go! Smugglers, come out, let's go!
Good job, guys. Good job. Hell yeah.
I'm really proud of everybody for how they did during that challenge. We had a good strategy of getting all the lighter people in first instead of all the heavier people. It seemed to work out really well. Sam killed it, just like bringing us all in. He led the pack.
Yeah, Sam, you're the MVP for going
stop.
6 times.
Dude, you guys gave me so much motivation. Like, I think like a big thing that I try to work on in my personal life is just like pushing past my limits, because everyone's comfortable in their comfort zone,
Yeah.
So it's like I have a lot to thank you guys for. That was a huge team challenge win. I know, like, I wanted to say I put myself on like back burner, kind of less leadership role, but I feel like with a challenge like that, I saw the opportunity, no puzzle. I said, you know what, I can push through this. I can, help out the team and kind of use my weight, because hey, I'm 220 pounds. There'd be a lot to carry me. So all around, it was a team effort, though. Everyone, I have to thank my tribe mates, because I was feeling gassed after the second and third one. They pushed me, keep making me want to go further. And I think this first win's a really huge, like, morale boost that we need to get started off on the right foot. So Smugglers up 1, baby.
What we did really well as a team was that the person who had fresh legs that was just going out really led the charge each time. So like everyone else was able to recover on the way out, and then as a team pulling in, we all rallied and we're all kind of keeping pace.
Alright, I'm nervous. I don't know, right now there's a lot of people hanging out in big groups, so I really don't want to be alone for very long. There's no solid alliance that I know of. So if there is, I'm not a part of one. I'm trying to get in one. Do you have anyone you want to work with?
I could see myself working with you and Sam, at least. I could talk to you guys the most.
So me and you, Sam. We need 4.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Ryan yet. I feel like he's
He's a little shady. He's definitely a little shady.
I think we can pull him in.
pull in Ryan? I think we could, but he's a little shady. What if we did Haley, Sam, me, you?
I'd be cool with that. I think that keeps her abroad. I'm more than willing to work with Michelle on some of these threats. Michelle's someone people are a little scared of to let go too far. This year I've got a few tricks up my sleeve if I think I'm being backed into a spot where I'm going to be going home, and I'm ready to pull out the stops to do what I need to do to get one more day. My goal is to win. That's the end goal. I'm not really here for second or third or fourth. That's not really as big a deal to me.
I don't know if I'm glad that was the first challenge or if we should have been easier.
Oh, good to get it out of the way when we're
Yeah, it took away some of my nervous energy. I'm tired.
Yeah, a challenge where you didn't have to think too much, you just had to do it.
Yeah.
It's good. Better than underpacking.
That is true. Like, there was only one time I properly packed and I was like, oh my god, this is...
So I found this community idol. It's only good for like tribal council. First one I'm at. Otherwise it can be a burning trip, but I think first tribal idol, I'll just play it, read the room, figure out what to do, but it's not good for anything after, so why sit and wait, you know? So yeah.
Newbies having the majority. We have the majority now. Why throw that away? I like Julia. She seems like a really good person to work with.
Yeah.
You know, Ralph really doesn't seem like a schemer. I said he was rough around the edges, but what I mean by that is I feel like he's just gonna he's the type to just kind of spill out what he's thinking. You know,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty good guy to have close in your alliance.
Sorry. Because I'm talking.
Yes, got it. Okay.
Otherwise, Dennis would be in the conversation as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like experienced players first, but Dennis
Dennis the most experience.
Oh,
better get him up quick.
Yo, Ralph came to me, he was like, I think we should go after the experienced people. So he said,
Did he not
one
know
of you
that
two.
you were?
He did. He was like, oh, you excluded since I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
So I didn't have any plans to go for him, but he threw out, he was like, the Alicia Alexi, and he thought you were more conniving, so.
The thing I'm worried about right now is that we're leaving all the 4 new people together.
I agree.
I mean, I know Ralph threw our name out there. Would you guys be comfortable with him?
Honestly, the only person that I thought of immediately was Ralph.
The only thing I'm hesitant about is he's tall and he was good in that challenge, so I don't want to keep coming back to tribal, but considering that he threw my name out there, I'm at first I was you know, but now I'm whatever, yeah.
It sounds like the name that I'm hearing thrown out there is Ralph.
Ralph?
Yeah.
I mean, he was the strongest.
I don't trust him at all because he was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna go for you.
I don't know. Ralph might be good at some of the challenges.
Ralph was putting your name and Lexi's name out there.
That's what I heard too.
And I was chatting with Lexi and Dennis, and they were totally down for voting Ralph out. Right now. I feel like he's a good challenger though.
That's the only thing that makes me hesitate.
Dennis is, I feel like he could be a threat just because he's had such a history in the game. I just don't know who else I could really vote for at this point.
Yeah, I've heard Dennis and Ralph's name both thrown out there. When people were throwing out Dennis's name, it was oh, he's a returner, and then that makes me worry oh, I'm a returner, they're just gonna knock us all out right in a row. I mean, I don't. Obviously, Dennis is the reason I got out last time, so I have no problems if that's the call.
I want to join an alliance with Dennis, but I don't know if I can trust him at this point. It seems like he's trying to make an alliance with every single person around here right now. Ralph is going to vote for Dennis. Dennis is going to vote for Ralph.
At least 5 people.
So if me, you, and Lexi, that means we can decide
We're the majority.
who we want to move.
I think it could be a very close vote.
I mean, the point still stands. Dennis first. Let's just make sure we're getting our story straight here, right? What do you want to kind of feed them? He's going to ask you who you're voting for, right? And
I'm going to be straight to his face. I'm voting for him.
You're going to tell him straight up?
Yeah.
If Dennis knows that he's going, then he's going to start doing whatever he can.
Dude, you play your game, I'll play mine.
We don't know if they have an idol. We don't, like, it's
They
never,
definitely don't
it's
have an idol
never
yet.
certain. It's never certain in this game. When I was talking to Ralph, and like, I have no idea what his idea here was, but he was like, well, why don't I just tell Dennis it's him? You know, what's he gonna do? There's only 15 minutes left. I'm like, why? He's like, he's going out anyway. Who cares? It's like, because you don't give him that information.
I think the smart choice is the returning players. It's personally why I'm targeting Dennis, but you know, not everyone's going to play the same way. I actually think that they might be leaning towards me, even though I don't think that's the smart choice. But as of right now, I'm still pretty convinced that it's going to be the returning veterans that are going to get booted first.
It's not that, like, there's anything specific I'm scared of. It's just that, like, I know he knows more about this game than I do, and I'm so, like, scared of, like, a scrambling Dennis. I'm probably just worrying too much.
I think you are. You are.
Okay.
Have you talked to Dan?
I have talked to him, yeah, and he was saying, like, okay, like, he was almost coming to me, like, asking me, like, what's the move? And I was like, still Dennis.
I'd vote for you.
To leave or to stay?
Sure.
Why?
I would tell anyone that I was voting for them, like, to their face.
Okay.
You know, like.
Are you voting for me?
Sure.
This job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told Dennis to his face that I was voting for him. I did.
So I was going to do that too, and then Patrick called me an idiot.
I love the game. I don't love the
same.
game.
I love the challenges. I want the
I know, I want that.
scheming stuff.
I know. So, I literally told Dennis to his face that I was going to vote for him. I don't know if that puts a target on my back with the 3 returners. I don't know. I mean, I think that might have been a stupid idea, but I gotta be me.
I feel like we're the swing right now. The way that I see it is Ralph is voting Dennis, Dennis is voting Ralph, right? But if me, you, and Danny stick together, we can choose whether it's Dennis or Ralph. So the question is, what's better for our game?
Julie just pretty much said she's voting for me.
Who said that?
To your
Julie,
face?
yeah.
Wow. That's
Really? I
ballsy.
thought she said like she's like more interested in like playing the game with people that are good at challenges versus like the social game.
I like the actual game playing, but not the game.
No, I
like,
get that.
mind
Yeah,
game
like
playing.
challenge based playing
Yeah,
versus the social
Yeah.
manipulation of the game. What if we switched it to her instead? Only because if she's going to,
if she's going after us, like,
she's
and
gonna,
then you, and then
it's gonna be who's good social players. So she's gonna go after you, she's going after you, and then I'm the last returner, so she's going after me. Regardless if you like the social aspects of the game, I don't. It's not my forte at all. But like, it's still a part of the game. So you have to. You can't just vote people off because they're taking other people to talk.
Yours is not ideal. I'm almost certainly getting votes. I think Lexi and Lisa as returnees, I think they're kind of on board with sticking with me and like realizing if I go, they'll be next. Danny, I'm hoping I can trust. I think he's given good indications, but like, I feel like my fate's kind of out of my hands at this point. I very well could be first to go.
Okay, so it's down to us. We know how everyone's voting. Patrick and Ralph, they're gonna vote for Dennis. Like, 100% they're gonna vote for Dennis. I kind of consider you guys, you're my my team.
This is like,
we need to decide right now. Is now who we're doing? We're gonna do it.
we're locking in. We're locking
All right.
in.
Mariners, welcome to the first tribal council of the game. So, a lot of players' worst fear is to be voted out first. So, unfortunately for you, your odds went from 1 in 14 down to 1 in 7. Ralph, are you finding yourself playing more for self-preservation this early in the game, or are you looking more towards setting yourself up for future votes as well?
I'll be honest, I don't think that far ahead. I'm very much in the moment. I'm taking one step at a time.
Lexi, this early in the game, sure you've had some time with your tribe, but not a whole lot of it. So, how can you feel confident in anything?
It's really hard because we've known each other for a little bit now, so I'm not confident in anything that's going on, to be honest.
So, Lisa, you might recall last season there was a theme, and a big part of it was returning players versus new players. Am I hearing murmurs of, hey, we're going to do that again?
Yeah, definitely that's always a concern, especially being in the minority as a returning player, that everyone's kind of out to get you, especially people who watched you play last season. Jim, maybe I'll beat last season's record. Maybe I'll get more votes than anybody has ever seen in the history of Survivor.
Danny, are you observing groups breaking off here this early in the game? Are you one cohesive tribe, or are there small cracks forming, factions talking to each other that might play in this group here?
I feel like people have been scheming kind of since
Dennis, have you been able to use any of your past experience to allow you to feel any sense of comfort here?
It's allowed me to feel discomfort knowing the votes are coming my way, but I have to trust that the people that I've said I'll work with, like, I'll be completely true to, and hope and trust that they'll stay true to me.
Pat, do you think Dennis has reason to worry right now?
Yeah, he does. 2 people just straight up told him, I mean, I guess 3 now with me, that he's going to be their vote, which I guess in the early stages of the game, maybe it makes sense. It's just where that just kind of sucks.
Julia, do you see it the same way as Pat does?
Yeah, one of the things like I'm really bad at money, so I told like everybody the same thing. Like, not ready to go here yet, but I told Dennis to be nice and I was gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go honestly with US politics until I know things better.
So Dennis, what can you do right now? It might be shaping into a returning player versus a new player dynamic. That would mean you only need one new player to side with you to have the new ability. So do you think that that's a possibility here?
Yeah, I think it is a possibility. I hope and trust that people will side with me when you get to the merge, get you the other tribe is coming for, and then that's why a new player almost always wins the game, because the returnees are the bigger targets later on, and then it's kind of a new player who's kind of working with them that makes it to the end and wins almost without fail, like Jam last season. So like, if any of the new players are willing to vote to keep me, I'll give you an oyster shell.
Yeah, Ralph, how have the oyster shells been coming into play so far? Have they been any bit of topic of discussion or shaping the strategy?
Absolutely. Nobody has any idea what to do with the oysters, and nobody wants to trade them away, and nobody wants to get rid of them.
So Dennis is offering to the group, hey, keep me. If you, I think, are the one that drove that effort, my shells are yours. And you don't know how valuable those shells will be yet. All I told you was the more you have, the better. And this is a great opportunity to get out in front of the pack and probably lead the entire game in terms of the shell count. So does that strike a chord with anyone? Maybe. Not going to admit it here, though.
I think whoever goes for that
Is there anything anyone would like to add, or shall we do the vote? Okay, then it's time to vote. Danny?
I hate to do this. I wish I could play with you, but I promised myself that I would not get too gamey right out the gate.
I think it could be Season 3 2.0.
It's not newbies versus returners. It's who I think might be the most devious. So, sorry, buddy.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Julia. Dennis. 1 vote Dennis, 1 vote Julia. Dennis. 2 votes Dennis. Julia. It's 2 votes Julia, 2 votes Dennis. Julia. 3 votes Julia, 2 votes Dennis. Dennis. We're tied. 3 votes Dennis, 3 votes Julia, 1 vote left. First person voted out of Survivor Branford. Julia. Julia, that's 4. That's enough. You need to bring me your torch. Julia, try to slow down. Time to go. Good luck, everybody.
So, I didn't think I was going to get voted out first, but then I kind of realized that when I was in this game, I didn't want to do anything devious, and I think that really hurt, because I told the truth the whole time. Wish I'd gotten farther, but I don't feel any regrets. I'm going to give 2 of my shells to Steven for the other